Well, who knows? Did he fall while he was he running and he fell? Is that what happened? Is that what happened to this guy? He's like a fucking animal. Alright? He's under the guise of, he's in a church that doesn't let America, the perverted nation that we are, he's more American and God right to bear arms. Look, he's got his LBE, his lower body equipment belt on with his gun strapped to his fucking waist. He's like an animal. That's the fucking Unabomber, ain't it? You know, that ain't no friend of no one. The 4 sheriffs he's waited out in Texas. 4 of them. It's 2009 this was printed. Winter. He's waited out 4 John Joe Gray in East Texas standoff. Authorities, 10 years he's been against them. A decade of defiance. His kids got clothes that don't fit. They're all over the place. He's got it probably... But the thing is, you know, he's got that face on the kid that's like, you say one thing and the kid's got the, you know what I mean? That's abuse. That's child abuse. Okay? That's where I'm coming from. And then I see my own, I'm not going to spend another 10 minutes after I just said I'm done. I see my own life and I feel my own bullshit, and I understand as a father how I treat my own son. Okay? How you can be as a man, pent up, jammed up, and I realize, okay, I'm a drop in the bucket. What happened to me when I was a kid, I don't agree with. I consider it abuse in a lot of areas, whether it was happening around me or not, and that's the way it was. There was a lot of good, don't get me wrong, but there was a lot of abuse too. You remember those 70s belts with the big buckles? The big wide straps? You know what I mean? Chasing me under my bed to get me. It's terrible. You understand? It can't go on. I cannot sit here like a fumbling, crazy person sitting here with no one wanting to know me like this, as it. I've been clinically treated for psychological stuff appropriately and went far above and beyond on my own, seeking out counseling to make sense of who I am to the degree that I feel things, that I'm still in the ballpark range of being a human being worth employment, love, and understanding, instead of some kind of a self-imposed role and image, self-image of you know, jail and death. You know, so I've been sober. Last summer I had a few beers. It doesn't take the problems away. I just soaked up some sun, finally, in water with my son at my hand most of that time. No drugs. Saw people doing their drugs. When you're my age, those drugs kill you. Your heart ain't the same. Your liver's not the same. The alcohol was bad enough, but I had problems at home with my kid's mom, and I excused myself for enjoying alcohol. I had dark beer at night when I would play out on a couple times a week, once a week, drums. I got drunk once or twice with that, but you know, over 4 beers. And, you know, I'm ashamed of that. I stopped cold turkey. I stopped drinking vodka. I had vodka, cheap vodka, and cold beer. That was my kick. I enjoy it in the sun. I enjoy it. You gotta find a way to rest, you know. And so I took the the credit cards and had fun with my kid's mom, who came back after taking off 5 years previous and came back. I was like, you know, let's try to make this work. And you know, I tried to be like a person instead of a, you know, like a specimen. And you know, and who I am as a parent in my functional capacity as a a dad that I have been throughout since 2004 as a sole custody parent, single dad. All right, and that's it. So hopefully keep enjoying the music while I can still make it. I'm playing the bass, the guitar, and the drums, and I'm recording it, and I'm setting up the camera. I watched a couple different videos of different, like Metallica, Scarred, Beaten and Scarred, or whatever the hell they are, playing in France in 2009. It motivated the hell out of me, man. I thought that was it, you know. That's it. Somehow something clicked when I saw it. That I played it a few times. I had it on my YouTube site as the main video for a day or two. What don't kill you makes you more strong, right? Because we're all dead anyways, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a matter of time. But in other words, there is no plan for later. I understand the religious people who, you know, the Jesus radio channels and things that I listen from time to time. You inspire me. I'm inspired, you know. There is no time like the present. You have something put in your heart for a reason. You got to work on it. You got to do it. You got to have the strength and the conviction to do it and be less despondent. Excuse me. Despondent is a word. Despondency. Despair. Those are dark. Those are no good. Those are fake. Those are killing you because you're dying anyway. But you're stopping yourself from doing the life you should have led otherwise. You know. And the only thing I keep saying is everybody's so afraid to move and socialize and relate with each other, at least that I understand, on a social level. Especially with people like me who are so fucking threatening. They don't work. They haven't worked. Who the hell am I? I'm a spook. And I'm laughable because people laugh at you when you look like me and walk around like me. And I'm supposed to be a good-looking guy, so I'm told. And yeah, I got that Italian vanity. But I think I'm a big fat bastard who's all puffy and my chin doubled up on me after I got my surgery when they cut me, like I was trying to say. Was it here? My left side? I don't know if you can even see it. There's a scar. They cut me here. They cut my throat to get to my neck bone in the back. I got like that much of a metal rod stuck to my neck bone with 4 bolts. He showed me the x-rays last year after I shoveled my car out of a parking space. I got plowed in at a parking space, and I had to shovel my car one time, and it took me to the hospital to get x-rayed because it was severely screwed up. We had to check to see if the apparatus, the bar on my neck, connecting my neck bones, was moved. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, I panicked about winter coming, you know, from last summer and being inactive. Because I intended to be back in school by now to get the GI Bill that I'm allotted, because I still have money coming to me for the GI Bill. And I wanted to get my bachelor program up and running, but I haven't enrolled anywhere yet. I've conversed a few times, but nothing that I want to do in New York right now, especially the SUNY. I got this blemish on my record for SUNY, and that should go with the public record for me. I make more out of it than it's going to be made out of. It's not my education record. It's one stupid little campus, a little runt campus that had a problem with me on personal nature that I never even knew because they had to size me up. I mean, they were good enough to take my Pell Grant. They were good enough to take my money with a 3.33 grade point average, and they still had to size me up to be some kind of a less than worthy person to get respect and dignity and a fair shot. And I could have appealed it, but I didn't because I had my surgery. And when I went to go after my surgery, they told me, too late, you signed the paper. That's how they dealt with me, and that's going on the rest of my life as a civil record. That's the only thing after I just had received my military upgrade, discharge upgrade, in 2006, they did that to me. With 0 negative civil blemish, no negative blemish on my civil record. They did that to me. 3.33 grade point average. So I don't want to do SUNY. I want to get out of here anyway from the frickin' get away from this before I walk around and I don't have use of my arms that I'm warned about if I screw my neck up this time. Now that it's got a rod on it. They don't reoperate. You know, not like that. You know, they don't just, you know, The nerve damage, it is what it is. There's no guarantees. I already got enough of it. So I'm stressed, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna go swimming. Keep listening to the music. I got a lot of blood pumping. My heart rate goes up. I monitor it. I do the heart monitor when I'm in the water to get resting levels, peak levels, cool down levels. I'm a little, you know. All right, I'm sorry. Take it easy. Talk to you soon.